What's going on, guys? King Shrats here, back with another video on the channel. We are continuing the highest rated series, so we are moving on to the highest rated diner in my area. Funny enough, I have been here already, is the Chit Diner located in Hackensack, New Jersey. And believe it or not, when I was looking through Grubhub to find the highest rated diner in my area, this was a diner that popped up, and I am not surprised. This diner has a 5-star rating out of 2,853 ratings and 368 reviews. I'm not surprised. It is a very good diner. So without further ado, let's get into what we have going down today. If you are digging the content, go ahead and hit a like, thumbs up, subscribe, and all of that cringy YouTube stuff that, I don't know, you're supposed to say it. I got told to say it, so I'm gonna say it. First, we're gonna start off in the middle. We've got a lomo saltado. I have made these myself. This one looks much better than the ones I make. I'm not gonna lie about that. If you don't know what it is basically a Peruvian stir fry used with steak, and you have fries, peppers, and a wonderful brown sauce. It's so good. Usually it's served with white rice, and you can see mine is. I can't wait to try it. It smells so good. Next off, we have a lamb burger. Yes, that is lamb. That is not beef. It's cooked medium, and it has grilled halloumi cheese as well as sauteed onions on there, and it serves on a pita. It came with potato chips, house-made potato chips. I've never had their chips before, but they do look pretty good. Actually, like a dope version of Ruffle, and I'm actually drooling right now. Wow. Move on to the next one, a short rib grilled cheese sandwich done on challah bread. Yes, when I said it, it's a grilled cheese with wonderful, it looks completely stacked with short ribs, and I'm staring at this. Even though you're probably watching an overdub right now, I'm looking at it very longingly. Can't wait to try that as well as some pad thai chicken egg rolls. I love pad thai. When I saw it on the menu, I was like, yo, I gotta try this. It comes with a peanut sauce, and I'm interested to see how that one works out. Last but not least, every meal that you get when you get a larger meal at a diner comes with the soup. You have a choice between a soup or a salad. I never pick salad because I don't like it. So we got the soup of the day. Soup of the day is a tomato and wild rice soup. It actually looks and smells very good. You know how hard it is to set this food up and not just like start taking bites of it? I just want that to be known before I actually start taking bites of it. And I do that for you guys because I want my reactions to be genuine. So sometimes it just becomes the drool. But I do have a lot of room left. If you didn't know, I didn't get any breakfast food because I did a breakfast challenge yesterday, which, well, I took an L on. So I'm in the mud right now, but I'm still feeling okay. Now that I had a day to digest it, just real quick before I get into it, the main issues were, one, the amount of sodium that was in the food. For some reason, there was like 24,000 milligrams of sodium, and it caused my mouth to get extremely dry, and the Eggos I overcooked, and my roof of my mouth, as well as I had a cut in the side of my mouth this morning when I woke up, which was absolutely killing me. So between those two, it just became impossible for me to eat. It was actually painful, but I wasn't full. Doesn't matter. I just wanted to get that out there, but let's get into this stuff. What do I start with? I'm not gonna start with the lomo saltado. I'm just gonna go with this because it has been staring at me from inside of the little containers. Look at this. What are we saying to a short rib grilled cheese sandwich? The short rib on here looks so juicy. Did you hear how I just said juice? Shut up. Okay. Trying to go crazy. I want you to see this. Look where my finger is, right? Y'all see the juice in there? The short rib is so juicy and so tender. Pulls right apart. And you got that cheese. It tastes like provolone. Grilled onions. I love grilled onions. I never ate onions as a kid. I was missing out. When you saute or grill these bad boys, oh my god. You can tell they flat top the bread perfectly. It's still soft, but it's got a nice crusty exterior. I've said this before. I've gone to this diner probably, no exaggeration, at least 30 to 40 times over the last few years. And I've never gotten any of this stuff on here. I don't know what I was doing. And as you can tell, this is a little more upscale diner food. But a lot of the diners in my area have really stepped their game up. And they're doing a lot more than just eggs and french fries and chicken fingers. It's like actually real deal gourmet stuff. I don't know who the chefs are that they hired, but if you're watching this, major props. And that goes for a lot of the diners in my area. But this was the 5-star. I mean, I'm not even trying to flex here because I didn't make this food, but where else can you get this array of food as well as the normal diner food that you get? I will flex about this because I love my state and where I'm from. And I'm not saying my state is better than yours, but it's home to me. To me, diner food in New Jersey is just next level. We call ourselves the diner capital because there are so many diners. And they all just do so many things well. And what I love about it more than anything is that you can get literally anything that you want. From Asian food to Spanish food to Italian food to Greek food at any time of the day, 24 hours a day. I mean, that is a W if you ask me. And this bread, oh man. Just get in here. One more time. This is a short rib. I'm just going to take this out real quick. I want you guys to see how tender that is. Wow. That's a W. W. My fingers. Don't make fun of my fingers, man. I can't show you guys on camera because I don't want to gross anybody out. But I have two fingers that dislocate in this hand. So a lot of times, and I'm making my own hand signs at the end of the video, it doesn't come out. A lot of times you'll see me make a peace sign, but this finger's still sticking up. And that's not because I'm trying to throw you a shocker, it's because it bends funny. I just wanted that to be known. I have to get into this. Lomo saltado is one of my favorite dishes of any kind of food. The flavor in it is just ridiculous, and the amount of sauce that you can see on this with the juice. I should be using a spoon, but you got to get the steak in there. Now what you do, I like to get a nice tomato or a pepper. Look how big this tomato is. Look at this. I need a fry. Yes, saltado is served with French fries. I can't get it because I can't see it. Come here, fry. Oh, you gonna play with me? Come here, bro. Y'all make me look stupid. That's an L. I'm just gonna try it. I'll get it next time. I want this juicy tomato now. Oh, goodness. Where's the fry? There it is. Look. And you get that juice. Now, a lot of people like to stir it all up. And I'm not here to tell you that you're wrong. But what I usually like to do is just kind of mix the juice onto the rice and get a little bit. I just love a good stir fry. And lomo saltado is just different. It's just different. With these cuts of meat, you got to be able to cook them right or they won't be juicy and they'll be very like chewy. But these, you can tell whoever makes this. Oh, I love the peppers in these too. Give me some of that juice. I know I keep showing y'all like it's a preschooler show and tell, but I can't help it. It's just so... I want y'all to be here with me and trying this stuff. Oh, see, that's just the flavor bite. I'm sorry, I know. Stop showing your food. I can't help it. Just get in here. Oh my goodness, this is so good. I've had a lot of lomo in my life. I would hazard to guess that whoever made this comes from some sort of Peruvian or Hispanic background because they nailed it. I would put this up with a lot of stuff I've gotten at Latin restaurants. And the steak. Don't fall. And the steak. Stop showing your food. I can't. Just eat it. Okay. That is so flavorful. So tender. Perfectly cooked rice. I know I didn't stir it up, but that's not my thing. I don't like to stir it beforehand. Black cherry seltzer water. I actually think I'm one of 4 people on earth who actually like seltzer water. But it is what it is. I want to try this lamb burger too. Let me see what we're working with. On a pita. Grilled halloumi cheese. Sauteed onions. Pita seems nice and soft. That's good. Oh, that's juicy. Hold on. I'm going to tell you guys something that's absolutely insane right now. You're not going to believe me when I say this. If you don't know, I really dislike pickles. And I don't like dill because of pickles. There's dill in this. And guess what? So maybe it's just the pickle aspect. I can taste the dill right away. But the burger is so juicy. And that halloumi just gives it that, like, that bite, that creamy, and then that, you get a little bit of that salty from there. I think the dill is actually on the halloumi. Also want you guys to see this. They make these chips in home, and the crazy part is they look like Ruffles. But I've actually seen the process back in the day. I was really cool with the people who worked, like the waiters, and they make these by hand. Listen, really crunchy. They're not overly salted, and they just have an amazing crunch to them. One more time. If you make ASMR videos, go to the Chit Chat Diner, get you some chips, boost your views by like 5,000. Check. That's unreal. Let me know in the comments, have you ever had lamb? I've always liked lamb, but it's really expensive, and I didn't grow up like that. I think I had lamb growing up like maybe twice. I remember one time my mom buying lamb, and the whole time her saying, "You better eat that. I paid like $20 for them little chops." That's true story. I don't know what it is. I want to try this. I'm going to dip it in the lomo sauce. Maybe it was just me, or maybe it was people who grew up without a lot of money. But your ability to not eat all of your food raised your mother or your parents' anger meter depending on how much they paid for it. So if it was like a pack of ramen, you got way more leeway than if you were to come through with, like, you know, a steak. If it was a steak or like expensive chicken breast or stuff like that, you better believe you better eat every single bit of that. You don't care. We also had to sit there until we finished it. My sister sat there for very long times in a clip. Not me. As you can tell, I've kind of made a second career out of eating. So what I used to do, I had to go back to the lomo, I'm sorry. What I used to do, until my mom wasn't looking, I'd start eating my sister's food. Because I was my homie and I loved her, so I was like, yo, I'm not going to let you suffer. I'm going to be fat for you. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Pad Thai chicken egg rolls. I love Pad Thai. First bite, cannot go with any of this peanut seasoning sauce yet. I never really liked the peanut sauce. A lot of places mess it up because it's too peanut buttery. And it tastes like I'm just eating like Skippy Chunky. Alright, let's try this. Now that is different. One thing I noticed, the flavor is right on point. It tastes like Pad Thai. But I don't see any actual Pad Thai in there. But you definitely get the spices you would get from the Pad Thai. And the chicken, I understand it's chicken egg rolls, but in my head, I guess you had an expectation of having like actual like noodles in there too. And they're, alright, now let's try this with some of this peanut sauce. I'm never a big fan of peanut sauces, I'll be honest about that, but, you know, as they say, if you're a foodie, you gotta try everything twice. So there's the peanut sauce. And I got a nice little coating on there. There's something else in there that the peanut isn't overpowering. So that's not bad, actually. What I'm getting is soy, maybe garlic, I think a hint of ginger. Good actual paper. When I say paper, I'm talking about the wrapper. They fried it right. You see it's got a little crisp to it. See, I see little pieces of, like, I don't know if that's cabbage, isn't it? Yeah, it's cabbage. So there's not actually Pad Thai in here. I'm not disappointed though. It's kind of a W. Again, this is from a diner. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at y'all. I'm not mad at y'all. Even made me like dill on something. The only other thing I've ever liked dill on is salmon. I'm still looking for the pad thai every single time. Very good. Alright. Diners usually have very good soups. I always pick the soup of the day, no matter what it is. I've had matzo ball, beef minestrone, beef barley, clam chowder, lobster bisque. I've had every kind. I have never had tomato and wild rice soup. It sounds very distinguished. We're gonna have to bring this close because you know I'm a spill. I spill everything. If you're new to the channel, I'm sorry for talking so much, and I spill everything. Just understand that. Everything. Ooh. Okay, there's also a garbanzo bean in here. Tomato, parsley. It's almost like a jazzed up tomato soup. And I don't like tomato soup. But it works in this because I prefer my soups. I'm gonna spill this. Nah, you can't. I'm sorry. I prefer my soups a little more like stew. I don't like just like, you know, soup with no like stuff in it. And this is a hearty one. And there's no protein in this whatsoever. This place always surprises me. Every time I go there, they're always doing something different. They're always upgrading their menu. And they make a lot of stuff in that challah bread. Yeah, I'm overemphasizing the... and it always floors me. Now, I told this story a while ago, but me and my best friend, my bro, my business partner, you know, best friend of 20 plus years, we used to go work out and go to this diner almost religiously. And we were there so often that the owner, the manager, as well as the servers all knew who we were and would like almost encourage us to try different stuff. It's when my love of food kind of took off. I always watched Food Network growing up, and I gotta get in this limo. And I never really thought that I could, because I don't like a lot of things. You know, that was one of my biggest things, is I couldn't do anything like this for so long because I didn't like anything. I wouldn't try anything. But as I spill, like I said, half my stuff, they'd be like, oh, you gotta try this. I wouldn't have tried that lamb. Short rib, yeah, I would have tried. But I didn't eat a lot of vegetables. If I tasted the dill, I would have spit it out instead of giving it a chance. What I'm saying, honestly, is especially for people who, you know, you've never tried something because it doesn't sound good to you. I'm not going to say that I'm like some sort of food, you know, guru, but I've eaten a lot of food in my life. Just try it. You want to be a real foodie, and it's not a goal that everyone should aspire to have, but if you want to really enjoy what you're eating, look how hearty these fries are too, man. Is that yuca? No, it's tofu. You gotta just try it. You'd be surprised at things that you like. I wouldn't have eaten half of this stuff that I've tried. And this place, I have to say, pushed me to try a lot of stuff I would have never had. Because they make a lot of weird combinations and variations. You know, I'd never had like halloumi cheese or anything like that. I'm so glad I did. I'm gonna get you some of these shoestring fries too. My favorite fries they make are the waffle fries. Now these are still actually pretty damn good. I got nothing to say. No, they're good. This is one of those I can't stop eating it thing. You can tell I really like the lomo because I keep picking it up. As well as this. Really, I like everything. And I'll be honest when I say this. Again, been a customer for a long time. There's not much there that I haven't absolutely liked. And I can tell you this because I look for it all the time. They're one of the few diners in my area that serve grits, and they're good. You gotta get them in the morning though, because that's when they make them. but they are really, really good. They have 3 different menus. One for breakfast, and then they have their regular menu, which goes on, I think, until about 10 p.m. And then they have a late night menu, which is sort of a reduced menu, but there's still a lot of stuff on it. But if you really want to get the full experience at this place, I suggest going in the morning, and then another day go during the day. Like, you know, afternoon. The late night menu is stuff that's served all day, so you can get all that stuff in the regular menu, but you've got to try the different menus that they have. It's one of the few places in my area, diner-wise, that has a breakfast exclusive menu, and their breakfast stuff is ridiculous. One day I'll have to get over there during the day and try some of that stuff too, but this was, I'm sorry, you know I hate burping on camera. Absolutely unbelievable. The lomo was, you could have told me this came from a Latin restaurant, I'd believed you. The short rib, so juicy. Oh. Pad Thai chicken egg rolls, they nailed the flavors, they nailed the texture. I would have liked to have noodles actually in there, but I'm just nitpicking at that point because they didn't necessarily say it was Pad Thai. Might have just been Pad Thai flavor. Lamb burger, super juicy. It made me like dill, which I never thought. They're house-made chips I've had before, and they're just unreal. See if I can get you close up. I know they look like Ruffles, but if you look closer, you can see like there's marks because they actually fry these. They ridge them themselves. But even though shoestring fries are good, if you are going, get the waffle fries. They're good. That is my advice to you. Always try the soup of the day because it comes with your meal. And salad? No, we don't do that here. But I heard their salads are good though on the menu. But I'll never try those. Again, I've tried salad about 40 times. I can't get into it. I'm sorry. Just give me the stuff on the salad without the leaves. And I'm all there. But anyway, I hate to love you and leave you guys, but this is my Sunday. Which means it's my chill day because I get back to work. A little bit of relaxation, a little R&R. And I'm back at it. But you know the vibes already. We'll be back tomorrow. More content. I love you. The hand signs. They made it to YouTube.